Good morning. I'm Tim Schreck, member of the 2023 First Friday Breakfast Club Scholarship Committee. Students, families, FFBC members, and guests, welcome. We are so happy you've joined us today to honor 14 outstanding student leaders who have significantly fought homophobia and promoted LGBTQ and queer acceptance in their high schools and communities. And this year, with the unimaginable happenings in our State House, we have a special message for our scholarship awardees. You are welcome here. You are safe, you are necessary, you're important, and we celebrate you today for being exactly the stellar persons you are meant to be. On to a few acknowledgements. Thank you to our scholarship committee members who put in many hours reviewing and deliberating 35 applications this year. Several of us presented the scholarships to these recipients at their high school senior recognition programs in May. Will all committee members and presenters please stand or wave and be recognized? We want to thank the members of our fundraising committee for our outreach, as well as every donor to the FFBC scholarship program. Without you, we could not make this happen. For the 2023 scholarships, we received contributions from over 80 households and organizations, and every dollar received is so appreciated. Each scholarship awarded today is for $3,000. We especially want to acknowledge that 7 of our 2023 scholarships have been underwritten for the full amount. We would love to sing the praises of each underwriter, but again, we have 14 students to recognize, so we hope it's enough to list those sponsors and to express our collective appreciation for your support. Underwriters include Trudy Holman Hurd and her late husband, David, through the G. David and Trudy Holman Hurd Fund, David Cotton, retired Army General and Air Force, and I get this wrong every time, Air Force General and FFBC board member, Jane Ann Cotton, mother of David, the Polk County Board of Supervisors through the support of Supervisor Matt McCoy, Bruce Carr and Robert Thalen, Phil Bronner and Ted Johnson, and John Charles and David Nelson. Please show your appreciation to these amazing sponsors and allies. And now on to the awards. Today is the first time most of you will hear the names of these 14 amazing students. I assure you, it will not be the last time.
In the interest of time, we're going to focus on these wonderful students' efforts to promote LGBTQ acceptance and fight homophobia in their high schools and communities. These impressive students have taken on leadership roles in a range of local, statewide, and national organizations, demonstrating a range of personal passions. And most of them had part-time jobs or internships as well. One more group we want to acknowledge is all the family and friends who are joining us today in support of our awardees. We know each of you has your personal experience of supporting your child, sibling, or beloved friend. In the end, it is your support that has helped these young people become strong, impressive leaders we see today. You made that choice. Please, all of you, stand as you are able to receive our warmest appreciation. Okay, today's all about these wonderful young adults. Let's get to it. Awardees, when we announce your name, please come to the side of the podium as we share a few words about you. Once you're presented your award, we will take a photo or two, then you can head back to your seat. When we are finished with all the presentations, we would like all of you to come back up and receive our collective appreciation and a group photo or two. Parents and guests, you're invited to take photos at that time as well. As a special treat, you and your families are invited to spend some time after the awards enjoying the art and history of this amazing facility, Hoyt Sherman Place. Now, onto the scholars. Max Cline. Max is a graduate of Cedar Rapids, Washington High School and the recipient of the FFBC Scholarship sponsored by John Charles and David Nelson. The first line we read in Max's essay was, "I've always believed in standing up for the little guy." And Max expanded on that over the years by leading protests against anti-queer legislative actions, as well as fighting for people with disabilities, women, people of color, and all who are oppressed. His out front presence during protest against Iowa's anti-trans athlete laws led to family conflict, but Max remained steadfast. His leadership came out in the 8th grade when he sort of nominated himself as king of the junior high GSA. And everyone else supported him. And again in high school when he assumed leadership of the GSA as a junior. The GSA has fought for gender-neutral restrooms and created a school-wide ally day, and is now a safe space for everyone in the school. The future looks brighter with leaders like you, Max. Congratulations.
Oh boy, this is going to be a long morning. Okay. All right. Olivia Moody. Olivia graduated from Norfolk High School and is awarded the scholarship sponsored by Jane Ann Cotton. Although she was in high school when she identified as pansexual, Olivia told us that at a younger age, she was the knight in shining armor for her middle school queer community. In high school, Olivia has carried on through involvement in student government, re-energizing the GSA, and even planting the seeds for a future gender-neutral homecoming court. She is an active member of Future Farmers of America, despite facing prejudice and homophobia on a regular basis. Olivia also created a school environmental club, and in 2002, she was named the Beekeeper Honey Queen by a regional Iowa beekeeper organization. So she went from a knight to a queen. One of Olivia's letters of recommendation described her this way: Olivia spent her high school years building a stronger, healthier, kinder world. We see that and think it's pretty awesome. Congratulations, Olivia.
Ava Rossow. Ava is a graduate of Roosevelt High School in Des Moines. She came to understand her sexuality in grade school, and with a supporting community, made a lot happen in high school. Ava led the GSA organization at Roosevelt for 3 years, working to create an open and accepting environment for all. She understands how lucky she was to have a supportive family and friends, and worked to create that environment for anyone needing a safe space. She and the GSA members have participated in Student Day at the Capitol, the Governor's Conference, and other social cause activities. Ava was at the front of the school protest against recent anti-LGBTQ legislation being debated at the Iowa Capitol. She also works with Eyes Open Iowa, an organization focused on providing comprehensive sex education information, as a member of their youth leadership board. Ava's advocacy impressed us greatly, and we see a fantastic future for her. Congratulations, Ava.
Lilly Beth Froehlich. Lilly Beth is a graduate of Waukee High School and is awarded the scholarship sponsored by Bruce Carr and Robert Thalen. Lilly Beth's advocacy started at a young age when she confronted her less than receptive church youth group and pastor about her identity. Lilly Beth understood she was bisexual and was tired of feeling isolated and excluded in that space. In the following years, Lilly Beth had the opportunity to meet a group of older LGBTQ and queer kids who helped her fully accept herself. And then she took off. She became a visible leader of protest against anti-trans legislation. She led the Say Gay walkout at her school and jumped at the opportunity to join the Iowa Youth Cabinet, where she has had the opportunity to address many of her state leaders about queer realities in the face of difficult legislation. Lilly Beth hopes for a future studying environmental policy, continuing to fight the good fight. Congratulations, Lilly Beth.
Leo Friedman. Leo Friedman is a graduate of Newton High School and received the scholarship sponsored by David A. Cotton, a fellow Newton High grad. While the COVID pandemic had its many challenges, it allowed Leo space to see that the homophobic friends in his life were not who he needed, and he started to surround himself with open-minded, welcoming people. In his senior year, he came to fully understand and accept that he was bisexual. At the same time, he saw what was happening around books and education in Iowa, and decided to respond by creating the Newton High School Filmmaking Club. This year, with the club membership and cast of dozens, the dystopian feature film The Refinement was born, an anti-totalitarian epic with a gay, positive, loving relationship at the center. Hundreds have seen the film, and another positive image of gay love is in the world. Leo has hopes of working in I can't talk today. Math. While dreaming of greatness in the arts, and FYI, he loves reading banned books. Congratulations, Leo.
Jackson Kaune. Jackson Kaune is a graduate of Dallas Center Grimes High School. The two words that came up over and again in Jackson's application were leader and advocate. He has held primary roles in various organizations at DCG, with the most impactful as leader of the community club, which was started post-COVID and is focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Jackson signed on as co-leader of the club and immediately jumped into educating his school about the range of communities and cultures represented at DCG. Jackson also participated in the GSA and spent a day of conversations at the state capitol, talking to any legislator willing to explain themselves to a well-informed student advocate. Jackson told us he didn't really have to come out because his closet was made of glass. But Jackson chose to step from that safe environment into the advocacy for so many who are less fortunate and less protected. And we think that is fabulous. Congratulations, Jackson.
Beatrice Goldberry. Beatrice is a graduate of Liberty High School and the recipient of the scholarship sponsored by Trudy Holman Hurd. She is also the advocate and ally you want in your corner. Beatrice told us about the extreme challenges her younger trans brother faced in his life. Having witnessed some of the worst homophobia impacting her brother, she was inspired to support every member of the LGBTQ community, however she could. She participated in the West Liberty GSA, led by a supportive teacher. But when that teacher left the school and no other teacher would step up, Beatrice took over the leadership role. She recognized that the GSA needed to continue as a safe space for every student. As of March, a couple GSA members had led a well-attended walkout to protest state legislation. Iowa Safe Schools has been engaged for a visit and a new teacher advisor has stepped forward for next year. Beatrice also works as an AmeriCorps assistant, helping fellow students prepare for college. Yes, we definitely want her in our corner. Congratulations, Beatrice.
Levi Cooper. Okay. Levi graduated from Carlisle High School and is the recipient of the scholarship sponsored by the Polk County Board of Supervisors. Here are a few of Levi's activities in the past couple of years. Creator and leader of the school diversity club called Rally, student ambassador for New Kids, and AmeriCorps leader helping fellow students learn about college options and preparations. Levi led a fundraiser which allowed the GSA to create and provide 40 blankets for local senior citizens. During the student day at the Capitol, Levi spoke one-on-one with his local legislator about the proposed book bannings. He related his story of needing some of those books as a child in order to feel he belonged and was not the only gay person out there. And he did all this while working toward high school graduation and earning an associate's degree at DMAC. Levi has long-term plans to get a music therapy degree and to continue his work of service and advocacy, caring for anyone who crosses his path. Well done, Levi.
Beau Kell. Beau is a graduate of Cedar Rapids, Washington High School. Beau's primary drivers are about inclusion and acceptance. About 3 years ago, Beau realized they were a transgender male. While family understanding and acceptance took some time, they found a supportive community of queer friends quickly. And then they went to work as the student editor for the school yearbook. Beau included a spread about the GSA, and this year will include features about anti-LGBTQ legislation in the state and how Cedar Rapids, Washington students responded with walkouts and other activities. Beau told us that they want to represent the LGBTQ community, both its issues and joys in the yearbook, and their efforts are supported by the school. Beau has future plans to work in the field of education, always motivated by promoting inclusion and acceptance. Congratulations, Beau.
Noah Wasek. Noah is a graduate of Marion High School. Noah came to understand he is gay early in high school, and though a bit nerve-wracking, the act of coming out to his family and some friends was met with support and love. But other experiences were harder, so what Noah did was find the places and people where he felt supported and wanted. He was a pretty good player, as you can probably see, but he dropped football, stayed in band, and his junior year became the drum major for the band. The high-profile leadership role which Noah earned and embraced as an openly gay man. He became student director for the fall school play the last 2 years. As a member of the choir, he worked with school administration to implement a policy allowing students to room with whomever makes them feel safest on class trips, regardless of gender. In multiple situations, Noah experienced homophobia and then found a way to move past it and find a better space to the benefit of his school, his classmates, and himself. Congratulations, Noah.
Next is Kenzie Fick. Kenzie Fick is a graduate of Roland Story High School. One of her recommendation letters described her as an athlete, an actor, and an advocate. And looking at the list of activities she provided, that makes sense, as it appears she did everything she could in high school. The activity that caught our eye was how she led the effort to resurrect the school's GSA. The club had been inactive for several years due to low participation, but also lack of support from school officials. Kenzie became the leader of the renewed GSA club and helped her create an environment for experiencing, in her words, open and comfortable queerness. As a highly visible, openly queer student, Kenzie also became the go-to person for students and staff who had questions, were just becoming aware of their sexuality, or were not comfortable being open in the conservative environment of her school. By being her true self, Kenzie earned the respect and admiration of many. Well done, Kenzie.
Dakota Walling. Dakota is a graduate of St. Ansgar High School. Dakota grew up in Manly and attended classes in St. Ansgar, the smallest school represented today with a graduating class of 37. It's a rural, conservative, Northern Iowa community, and yet his junior year, Dakota knew that he had to come out and live as a transgender man. He's the first student in the St. Ansgar system to come out as transgender. He faced extreme transphobia from family and former friends, but remained true to himself. Before his senior year, 2 single-use restrooms at the school were relabeled as non-gender due to Dakota's advocacy. One of his references told us, Dakota has been an advocate for LGBTQ youth, has led by example, has left a positive impact on our school and community. And whether he realizes it or not, Dakota is a role model for our younger students who feel they have to hide their true selves. That is what this day is all about. That is spectacular.
Kendall Duit. Kendall Duit graduated from Iowa Falls Alden High School. They have been openly queer for a while, and proudly so, while taking on leadership roles in their concert and jazz band. In their junior year, an opportunity arose to be a leader for the LGBTQ community they love. A teacher decided at the school it was time to start a GSA, and Kendall was asked to be the junior class representative. In their senior year, Kendall was named president of the club. There have been some ups and downs, but the club survives, and Kendall hopes the groundwork they put in with potential GSA leaders will help them to establish the club as a long-term fixture. Kendall hopes to have a future in creating and managing music performance. We like the sound of that. Congratulations, Kendall.
Dallas Olderbing. Dallas Olderbing is a graduate of Mount Vernon High School and the recipient of the scholarship sponsored by Phil Bronner and Ted Johnson. Dallas gets things done, a lot of things. He is a fierce advocate leading school protests against recent anti-LGBTQ legislation. As a member of the school yearbook and website staffs, in 2022, Dallas was named one of 10 emerging journalists by the Iowa High School Press Association. And he is a carrier of important messages, most notably his all-state speech performance of A Poem for Pulse, to ensure the queer community was represented in state speech competitions. And then there is his dancing. Dallas uses his love of dance as yet another venue to tell the world who he is. He puts beginner dancers, 5 to 8-year-old kids, through their paces, and has been lead performer in various school and community performances since 8th grade. In fact, on the day we notified Dallas of his scholarship award, he had to cut the call a bit short because he had to get back to rehearsal as choreographer for the spring school musical. Bravo, Dallas, and congratulations. What a day. Wow. What a morning and what an amazing group of young adults. Please join me again in congratulating all of our 2023 FFBC scholarship recipients. Awardees and families, please remain on hand for your group photo and feel free to snap individual and family photos. We might have to clear some space up here for a little bit, but scholars, get to know each other, share information. We hope you see each other as resources in your coming college journeys and beyond. Then, if interested, spend some time here at the Hoyt Sherman Gallery and Theater. Thanks to everyone who attended today. And please spread the good word that our future looks brighter after meeting these amazing students. And happy Pride.